What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another character rank up video. Alright, so we're finally going to be getting around to Killmonger here. So it took me a little while to get around to him. I've been sick for a while now, so I haven't been recording many videos. But now it's finally time to get back into a few of these characters that I've kind of neglected here. So let's go ahead and start ranking him up. So we do have some of his biometrics built up here, so we're going to use some of them to rank up because I don't have enough tickets to take him fully up to 6 stars, so I do have to use a few of the biometrics here because I am going to keep saving that mega rank up ticket. And we do have, we don't have quite yet. We have the 4 to 5 star ticket, and we also have a 5 to 6 star ticket, so that should be all the biometrics that we have to use. As you can see, these 5-star rank up tickets, I just can't seem to use them fast enough. I don't know where they keep coming from, but I always have a surplus of 5-star rank up tickets. I don't know why. But anyway, we have only 2 of these 6-star ones, so we're going to go ahead and use one of them here and get him, there we go, to 6 stars. Very good. And now let's go ahead and take a look at his skills here and see if we need to level anything up. Alright, so it looks like we can level up his 3rd skill here. Oh, well, we got to level him up first. But anyway, it looks like we can level up his 4th skill as well. Let's go ahead and roll for an ISO set here first. So I definitely want to go with something that's kind of attack-based, just like most of the characters in the game. You always want to go with an attack-based set, so Overdrive or Power the Angry Hulk are the 2 that I'm going to be aiming for right here. I might keep Overdrive if I get Overdrive, go a little more defensive with him. But we will see. Let's see what we end up getting here for our first set, if anything. Come on. Let's go. Give me an 8 set. Come on, big money. What do we got? Anything? No. Alright, one more roll, and then I'm just going to cut to when I actually get something. Alright, so this may take a while, so I will cut back when I have him all set up and ready to go. Alright, and we are back. So we went ahead and got Killmonger leveled up here, so he's level 60. I went ahead and activated his Ice Weight set, so we did get Power the Angry Hulk after quite a few rolls. I ended up spending about 10 million gold on him, but I mean, that's not too terribly bad when you're looking for a specific set. And then for his custom gear, I decided to give him a damage proc with some ignore defense. I decided to go with this just because if you check out his skills over here, when he does get his tier 2, he will have super armor, so we don't really need the immune to guard break. Because I was going to give him immune to guard break before I looked at his tier 2 passive, because he definitely does need immune to guard break, because a lot of his skills have kind of like a wind up, and he only has basically 1 iframe without his uniform. With his uniform, he's a lot more protected with iframes, so he doesn't necessarily need it as much, but he still does have that bit of a wind up for the start of his 5th skill that you definitely don't want to get canceled out of, so it takes a little while before you get into the iframe. Then his other skills that do have iframes, the last parts of both of the skills, or was there 3 of them, whatever 2 or 3 skills that he has that have iframes besides the 5th skill, you do end up having attacks at the end of the skill where you are out of the iframe. So only the beginning of it is an iframe, and then you're still doing attacks while out of an iframe towards the end of the skill. So that is actually quite annoying right there, because he's not very protected at the end of the skill, so you definitely want to skill cancel your way out of those. But anyway, I don't have the uniform, so I am going to be looking at him like this, as is with his base form. And also, something interesting to note about him is if you check out the character usage tips down there, it says, of course, the damage received from his passive, his 4-star passive, Unyielding Will, goes good with his skill Trample that grants physical damage immunity. But if you go ahead and look at the skill right here, Trample, it does not say physical damage immunity, so it's kind of a little sneaky of them. I don't know why they started doing this, but this skill definitely does give him physical damage immunity. So when you use this skill, you do get physical damage immunity, but it doesn't say it on the skill itself, so you actually have to look at the usage tips here, which is, I don't know, it seems a little weird to me. But anyway, I went ahead and tested this out. So the skill at level 1 gives him 4 seconds of physical damage immunity, but then it actually does go up if you level up the skill. So after leveling up to level 6, you get 7 seconds of physical damage immunity. But like I said, it doesn't tell you anywhere on the skill itself what the time is, and doesn't even show you, you know, going up as you level up the skill. So I don't know, that just seems a little weird to me. I feel like they should add that onto the actual skill here so you can actually see that leveling up the skill is beneficial, and also so you can see when you click on the skill that it actually does give you that physical damage immunity. But anyway, you are going to want to level up the second skill to get that additional time on the physical damage immunity. It's just physical, not all damage immunity. And then we went ahead and leveled up his third skill to get a little bit more of a decreased defense effect on the enemies and to increase his speed. And then also leveled up his fourth skill right here to get another all speed decrease to the enemies, or an all speed on top of the all defense decrease. So not too bad there. His tier 2 does look pretty nice, so that's why I am going to be getting him to tier 2. So that's why I decided to give him this obelisk here without the immune to guard break, like I mentioned earlier. Alright, so I think that's all for this. So let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay now and test him out. Alright, so here we are at today's preferred world boss. We're going to go ahead and jump in with this team here. So we have Winter Soldier for his 30% physical leadership, and then we have Black Panther for the team-up bonuses. Killmonger doesn't really have very many team-ups, so there wasn't too many options to choose from, but we have some skill cooldown, attack speed, and then some crit rate and max HP, so nothing too exciting, but I guess it'll do for now. So let's go ahead and just hop in here. We'll see how Killmonger can do without any strikers, just kind of see what his damage is like here at tier 1. I don't see there being any kind of problem with his damage output, especially since we have a damage proc obelisk on him, but I am a little bit concerned about his survivability, because Proxima is definitely not a physical damage dealer, so we are going to be taking quite a bit of damage from her. So let's go ahead and hop in. Alright, so his fourth skill is going to be the one that gives him the iframe without his uniform, and as you can see, partial iframe on the second skill, and then up there at the top we have the 7 seconds of physical damage immunity, and like I said, that's 4 seconds at level 1, so you definitely want to level up the skill for that, especially if you're going to be fighting a physical damage enemy. I'm just still, I don't know, I'm still just baffled by why they don't actually put that in the actual skill description. Just seems a little weird that they're hiding that, making you look at the character usage tips or skill usage tips or whatever they called it. Alright, so far the damage is good, but since he has to be right up in her face to do his attacks, we're definitely taking quite a bit of damage here. So probably a invincibility obelisk would be good for him against world bosses, but I think he's going to have enough damage and hits to actually keep any enemies in Shadowland stun locked pretty much just from the hits. So he shouldn't need to have invincibility for that. And okay, there we go, we did end up losing him. With his uniform though, you're going to have more iframes, so definitely going to be a lot more survivability with the uniform. Without the uniform, yeah, he seems like he's going to struggle against world bosses. If you do have an invincibility obelisk, of course, that'll make it a lot easier. But for now, I still like having a damage proc obelisk on him, because I will be using him mainly in Shadowlands and probably Alliance Conquest. And then when I get him to tier 2, we will have that immune guard break, so that will help out quite a bit, or the super armor. Yeah, so there was kind of a first look at Killmonger there from me. Overall, without his uniform, I think he's pretty much just like an average character. It seems like he has pretty good damage output, but doesn't necessarily have the survivability that he's going to need. With his uniform, I'd say he becomes probably a above average character, because you do have some... he does have penetration on his 5th skill, or is it like a proc on his 3rd skill? Whatever it is, he does get some penetration for super armor and all damage immune, so that's also a bonus with his uniform, and also he has some really good damage output with his uniform as well because of the skill animations. They're a lot longer. He has more iframes, more hits on it, and of course he has the big boost from it being a premium uniform for the all attack and all defense. But still, I don't necessarily see the need for his uniform because he doesn't necessarily take over any spots that need to be filled. So anyway, that's just going to be my first impressions and thoughts on Killmonger here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.